So today I want to explain some basic ways of how to can get into tech. And I'll give you example of real people who have used tech or taken advantage of tech when they were young. They managed to be ahead of your peers because they were exposed to technology as early as younger age. So I'll give you example of Bill Gates, who at one point became the richest man in the world. He was exposed to technology as at early ages, and with his peers, and so he made use of technology to develop real life application solutions that changed how we do things. Another example is Zuckerberg of Facebook, who started developing app when he was young. He went to college, developed more real life application, and that changed how we socialize. Today, Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg are among the top richest people in the world. It's because they took use of the technology when they were young. I can give another example. Larry Page of Google, who again was exposed to technology when they were young. Sergey Brin, who was a co-founder of Google. There's Larry Ellison of Oracle, exposed technology when they were young. Steve Jobs. I know the owner of Netflix, called Mark Radolph, who also exposed technology when they were young. I would say, and I can go on and on and on. Today, Elon Musk, who started developing his first application at the age of 9, developed an application at the age of 11, is sitting at the first position as the richest man today, making use of technology. I believe African child, and I advocate much of African child getting technology, will be the next real deal in the next phase of technology or technological revolution. We are talking about fifth industrial revolution. With the invention of AI, machine learning, we can make use of, take advantage of technology and make sure that as African child is not left behind. Today I stand here, want to propose to you a solution that will support you and your kids at the age at the age of 5 years. I present you 7it, which has a product called Code 7. Code 7 is a training platform that allows your kid to get to technology at the age of 5, going onward and 16. So at Code 7, we believe that getting to technology at this early age would allow the child to prepare them for future career in tech, allows them to prepare them for AI-driven world of tomorrow, allow them to have some skills that include problem-solving skill, analytical skill. They will be able to expand their brain and mind on how they're reasoning, supports their science and math, technology or mindset. These are the things, the advantage that your kid is likely to gain. And I want to make it very clear to you that a child who has been exposed to this kind of training will behave different, reason differently, and the mind, the brain will reason or look at things differently. When your child gets here, they can be able to look at a problem, break this problem into pieces, smaller pieces. That's what I'm talking about when I talk about analytical thinking, and be able to provide a solution independently. Now, this skill will help your kid not to wait until they're 16, 17, they have finished high school, they want to go to high school, they go to campus, finish campus, comes back with a certificate and start looking for a job. That will take another 2 or 3 years to get a job. Now, this is a skill that prepares a child to be able to provide solution by the time they're in high school, they're in primary school, to be able to develop real world solution, application, web-based application, be able to expose them to robotics. This skill will be able to expose them to game and web and mobile application solutions, so they can be able to develop this. I want to make it very clear that as a child, with the world of AI, the world of technology today, your child should not be left behind. They may not be passionate about tech, but you have a responsibility so that you make them get things that you are not exposed to because of the challenges that you face then. Now, one of the reasons why we are offering this training is to support African child, whether based in Africa or based in US or based in Europe or based in Asia, to be in the same uh, level of ground with a child born in a US, a child born in Europe, a child born and raised and generationally is from overseas, to be able to have a same level competition in terms of tech, because our teachers, mainly based in US and Canada, they are exposed to these things. They're going to work with their kid right from the beginning to the end. Now, I will give you, somebody want to ask, why would a child get into this training? Number one, I had explained, it helps them develop deeper understanding of math and science, help them improve multitasking, analytical, and problem solving skill. It also supports them to look at develop real world applications and scientific simulations. This skill, they also help, they also develop skills that include, they get skills that supplement and complement what they learn in school, prepare this kid for future tech career, and of course prepare them for AI driven world, and of course improving spatial development skill. Now, as a child, if you get in this skill, if a child gets in this skill, we are going to, and I'm going to show you shortly, what are the things that they're going to learn in terms of curriculum that we have. But the most important thing is that they are going to be introduced to coding concepts. They're going to learn fundamental of programming. They're going to look at learn game development. They're going to learn web development. They're going to be introduced to robotics. They're going to learn mobile application development. And finally, they're going to look at develop their portfolio, projects, and of course, a competition through hackathon. So our classes, currently we have classes going on in US and in Kenya. Classes are currently done over the weekends. But starting next month, we're having a new intake coming up in or on March 9th, 2024. And so the classes will be done over the weekday from Monday to Thursday. And in a short while, I'm going to show you, share my screen, and you can be able to see what I'm talking about, how the classes will be conducted.
Okay, so this skill about analytics, coding can help our kids to develop softwares like Steve Jobs were doing.
Yes. So look at this, guys. So I'll give you an example of a number of people who have made tech, who have taken advantage of tech and be able to make life out of it. Now, Steve Jobs, if you guys remember and you've read, he was passionate about electronics, and so he didn't have to go to college. And I'm saying this, out of people I've mentioned, I'm not sure how many people. Steve Jobs never, went to college. Bill Gates dropped out of college. Zuckerberg dropped out of college, and almost everyone. Netflix, Mark, never went to college. Never had didn't have a college degree. But that's not to be confused for not going to school. I've talked to a gentleman I remember in Kenya recently who told me about his story. I was really impressed. This is a gentleman who was passionate about tech, electronics. So he went to school. When his peers were going to campus, he wanted to try his luck in entrepreneurship and startups. So he's been doing that, and again, recently was awarded by the president. And I see these are things. So I'm not saying that going to school is bad, but again, by the time you're in school, you should be able to have a focus on what you want to achieve. So by the time I would imagine that you're in Form 1, first year, second year, and already you are developing some real life solutions. You are working or finding a way of how to partner with people to develop application, web application. You can be employing working part time. You can be able to develop your skill. as much as you are learning. By the time you're done with your degree, you should be able to be good enough, not only to look for a job, but even to help people look for jobs, support people to get the jobs.
Okay, many wanasema Zuckerberg, what's this other guy on Google?
Larry Page,
Yeah,
Sergey Brin, yeah,
they dropped out of school, but they were in very good schools.
good. I'll tell you this. I'm passionate about tech, and I've been exposed to those real life examples I'm talking about. I'm in US where the Zuckerberg were born, and the Bill Gates and everyone else, and I don't see any difference. I was born raised in the village where there were no chances. My first ever time to use a computer is when I went to college. That is 3 years after high school. And so I realized the only thing that I missed at that time was internet, somebody to expose me to this, like somebody like now what I'm doing to bridge the gap, internet, electricity and computers, and somebody to teach me or to motivate me how to do this thing. Now, Elon Musk was born in South Africa, grew up in South Africa, came to Canada when he was going to college, came to US when he transferred to another university here. Okay, I would imagine he was 25, 22, 23, 24 years old, right? Today, Elon Musk is the richest man in the world today. There are people like America who have generational wealth. They were born in wealth. They came from England and Europe when they already had wealth. They were born in wealth, but who could imagine that Elon Musk, who came here as an adult, within 10 or 20 years, could be able to have more money, not inherited, but the money that he made when he was here, and become the richest man today in the world. So if they were born in America, the only thing that the difference is they were exposed to internet, technology, and able to do that. And that exactly today, I believe Kenya is more connected to internet and electricity than ever before. Now, the bridge that somebody can teach you, motivate you, it's me, it is us. We are going to show you an example. I know young men who are competing in these hackathons. They're doing well. They are doing much better than even people who are based here. So it's not about where you're born. If that's going to be an excuse, then even me today, I will not be here to talk about tech today.
Our president the other day ameambia Kenyans all they need to do kwa computers ni kufinya tu dollars zinatoka. I don't know what you say.
Yeah, I try to distance myself from talk about politics. I think he might have meant well, but how he was saying it, makes the whole difference. It's not about finya, computer then you get money. It's involved a lot. You have to know what you're doing. So I think he was talking in text of politics, but I want to believe that if you take advantage of the statement and just get it right, we have people who can help you finya that laptop or computer. You don't just press it like finya to it, but there are a lot of things. So that is where I we come in. We support you to make sure that right there where you are in the village of Mak'Ouma, in the village of Mount Kenya or Turkana or somewhere in Karachuonyo where I was born, as long as you're exposed to the internet, then you can compete at the same level with somebody who is based out here in DC.
And what are the benefits of children learning these things from that early age?
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. Like I'm saying, one of the things is that a child who has been in this class, who is exposed to this technology or skill, will not be the same, will reason differently. They will be the same class. I have 2 kids. And my son can really develop some web games, and I like it. He can develop some games using this kind of training that he's already been doing. I exposed him when he was 5. He's now 8. I have a daughter who is 5. She's doing it right now. So right in Kenya, my children were born in Kenya. I exposed them to my son was exposed to coding when he was 5, right in Kenya. Okay, so it's been like 3 years, and now he can't reason different. He can't reason the same. So like I've given an example is that even how you view things, how you look at a problem, this will prepare them even in prepare them in terms of future career in tech, AI-driven world of tomorrow. So there are many other things that even analytical skill problem solving skill, simulation skill. So there are so many advantages that come with this kind of skill that your child may be able to enroll and get.
Okay, umesema about the screenshot that you want to share. Can you share it, then you talk about
Yeah,
it?
I can. So are you able to see my screen?
Yes, continue.
Okay. How about now?
Yes, it's already there. You can continue.
So you can be able to see my screen, the module 7.
It's there.
Okay,
Continue.
good. Yeah, so like I would say, our training platform involves kids who are about 5 years to 16 years. And so the modules that we talk about, this are platform, you use Scratch, use Python, you use Blocky, you use Code.R, ROG, take Microbit, Lego, and of course Swift Playground. So those are the modules and platform that we are using. So our training, it has 7 modules. So the first is one, like I just mentioned, introduction to coding concept, and then it goes to fundamental of programming, game development, web development, introduction to robotics, and of course mobile application development. And then the end part of it is portfolio project and showcasing where you participate in hackathon kind of competition that motivates them and be able to see how best they can be able to solve real world problem. So module 1, of course, the concept, there are many platforms, and of course, they start with understanding the basics to introduction to block-based programming. For the younger ones that may not be able to write, they can start with block-based programming, goes down to HTML and all that. So if I'll be able to show you how you can find this information. And number 2, module like number 3, they've got game development, and of course, it goes to introduction to robotics. What do they learn? So which platform they're using, and what are the topics that you're going to learn, from introduction to building of programming robots, and of course introduction to autonomous robotics. It goes down. So we do that at module 6 and module 7, yeah, to portfolio. So if you may realize that in every project that we do, every level. So if, for example, let me go back. So introduction introduction. So this activity here is expected to take at least 4 months. And then another one, this one goes to, so every term or every semester we take 4 months. They're supposed to learn this according to their ages. So it runs according to their ages. And so I'll be able to share with you. Again, I'm not sure whether you're able to see my screen. Are you able to see my screen now? You able to see my screen?
You can see the screen. Continue.
Okay, good. So I will give example getting your child future ready, and of course I will tell you this. So the benefits are here. If you check, so you just go to 7net.net, and then you can be able to see homepage, about us, analytics, and code 7. So you come to code 7, and the advantages, the benefits are here. The experiences you're going to get are logical, critical thinking, cognitive, and emotional intelligence. And of course, join the path to success. And then why learn? It's here. Now, when you come down here, is where we look at the group. So we have the grouping depending on the age. So kinder coders are people of age 5 to 7 years, elementary coders 8 to 10, junior coders 11 to 14, associate coders are anyone above 15 years, to, of course, less than 18 years, because when they get to 18, now they get to data analytics, which is coding, which is training for adults. Now, what they're going to learn is the introduction to coding concept, fundamental of programming, game development, and project portfolio. So they're going to learn 4 of that. When you get to elementary, they learn 4 plus the additional 1, which is 5. When you go to junior, they learn what is learned here plus the additional 1, and of course this one They learn everything that is learned here, plus additional one called mobile app development. Now, in this class, there are beginners, intermediate, and advanced level. So you could be the same class, but depending whether you are exposed to this before, how fast you're able to grasp, you can be either part of beginners, intermediate, and advanced level. Just to know, just to remind you, the classes start. We're having a new intake in March 9th next month, and so we expect the classes to begin. And I need to make it very clear that classes currently are going on Saturdays, but beginning of next month we shall be having classes weekdays. So which means kindergartners will be having their classes on Mondays, elementary on Tuesday, junior Wednesday, associate coders will be having their classes on Thursday. Now, that Thursday should be Thursday local time. If it's Africa or Kenya, should be evening after classes. So probably the communication will be done, but it will be about 5 to 6 every day, depending on the group, whether it's Monday for their Tuesday for this, Wednesday here, Thursday. So Saturdays will be for projects or hackathon or competitions. So those are things we expect to happen at the beginning of next month. And how to reach out or reach to us, you can always contact us. Our phone number is here. You can always WhatsApp us here, or write us an email here. Once that is done, you can be able to be put into a WhatsApp group for the class and get further communication at the link and the Zoom. Worth to note that the classes are conducted virtually, instructor-led, and so your child just need to be home. If they're young, they need a parent to be with them to guide them to navigate for some few moments or days, and then they can be able to do it by themselves. But we recommend a parent to be with them. So you just need an internet, a laptop, and then we are good to go.
Someone anauliza, where's your school located?
Okay, so the school is in America, but we have a coordinator. We have office in Nairobi. So once you can be able to send a message, we have a coordinator, Dr. Musi, is Nairobi. He can be able to support with any questions that you have locally. But the WhatsApp you send, be able to respond.
Another one is asking, what are we learning?
We are learning coding classes, and I've just mentioned from a lot of things that I've said, from building the concept of programming to web application development, mobile application development, introduction to robotics. Yeah.
Someone anauliza, how much do you charge?
Yeah, so if you're in Kenya and the student, the kid is based in Kenya, that will be 5,000 every month. In the US, it's $100 USD.
Okay, so guys, I don't know whether people know the importance of coding and whatever you are teaching, but I'm thinking that since you are here and you're explaining, if people are learning, so to wape tu time and then we will see what will happen. I just hope that more Kenyans can learn this course and then we see whether we can change our lives, because si lazima watu watafute kazi. After job you can be doing so many things ukiwa kwa computer yako.
Yeah,
so
very.
Can you finish up ukitupia your final remarks?
So for the last 4 months, we've been having classes in Kenya, and I know there's so many people, especially the one that whose parents are out here. They want their kids to not to be left out. I also know I was talking to some gentleman right today from Meru or Embu. He even exposed his son to doing this thing. If you understand the power of technology, then the best you can do is to make sure that you get your children into this program and give them the best, give them what you lack, so that they can be better people in future. Technology is good, whether you are going to be in technology or not. It's going to affect how you do things, how you view things, how you do things, how you work. Like today, GPS, everything is technology. Whatever you eat, you don't have to go to the store or supermarket to buy something. Right from home, you can get Uber. I don't know what they call it in Kenya, but a rider coming, bringing your food. So how you eat, how you walk, how you talk is going to be affected by technology. So your child should be part of that, people providing solution to make sure that this world is a better place than it is now in terms of how we are doing things. Technology is coming with us. Get your children enrolled. For more information, I will repeat the number: +1 425 766 4431. You can WhatsApp us. You can use email address info@7net.net for more information on our program.